Okay, this video we're going to talk a little bit more about our class book sheet and then into monthly book list and yearly book list sheets. Um, if we already talked about how these names need to be listed, if they're not here, Excel doesn't know how to find your class name. You could have a class name that's not here and it won't tell you what books to order. So make sure your names are there. But one thing that I forgot to tell you was if you just control minus this selection of 4, it's going to delete your whole column. So right now we just lost New High Kids 1. So be careful when you do that. I would just copy and paste over and then delete the bottom. Um, oops. So just be careful because you don't want to lose data or pull a lesson plan that actually has the wrong books on it. So just be aware of that. So going into our monthly book list, this is currently set up to now have all your months here. It's referencing this list here off to the right, just so that you don't accidentally choose the wrong month or something like that. It's just help you go faster. But here, obviously, I'm sure you're familiar. It's going to give you all the classes that you have at the 2:40 time versus the 4:10, also the Tuesday, Thursday. This is accomplished because instead of referencing the student data class list over here, instead of this list, it's actually referencing time references these formulas here. So this is just a formula that has filtered all the classes down to the particular classes happening at that time, whether it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. I recommend keep this formula here and alive because at some point, if the school expands and you have like 100 classes in a day, you actually want to copy the data validation from your schedule. You would want to copy this option, these class filterings to match your filter here, and that would just help scheduling everybody faster. Currently, the schedule has all the classes, and that's helpful while you have few classes because now you can move the class from 2:40 to 4:10. You have a lot of flexibility with that, and I think that's good. But when it comes to actually ordering your books, I think it's helpful for the teachers to see the class in the right time zone. So that's why I have that there. However, you would go through and just like the schedule, you would make sure that you have the correct class updated. So you would go and you would click every single class to make sure that there's no discrepancy between your schedule and what you're talking about with your teachers. You want to make sure that you have everything pretty accurate and easily communicated. So I just go through and I select every class that's available. And then once I've done that, I would simply highlight the books that need to be ordered. Obviously, Build Up 1.2, they're in the middle of their session, as are these students. The next month, they will be ordering some books. This class, we need to actually set up some books for you to order. That needs to be entered. Perhaps this is a new class. You need to order everything. This part is pretty self-explanatory, but you would basically highlight any book that needs to be ordered so that the teacher can see it. If it's not showing up like this, then we do need to enter that data. Okay, so you would just for kicks, let's finish this project here. We don't need redundant classes. And yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Freshmen and juniors and nothing here. Yes, okay. All right, so obviously we have an issue with the Tuesday, Thursday schedule, and we have an issue with thumbs up. So we need to go to class books. Let's first look at the build up books that aren't showing up for our class, because we know we already have lesson plans for that. Just where are they? Well, here's the issue right here. It's the name. We need to help Excel find the Tuesday, Thursday build up 3 classes. If you check here, the class that you have entered is Tuesday, Thursday build up 3.1, not build up 3.1 Tuesday, Thursday. So go back here. You can delete and retype, or you can just add Tuesday, Thursday build up 3.1, Tuesday, Thursday build up 3.2, Tuesday, Thursday, build up 3.3, enter. And if you go back to your book list, now the books are showing up. All right. Same thing for New High Kids 1.2, 8 classes A and B. We need to make sure that we have both classes represented. So we have Tuesday, Thursdays. We need to make sure we have those A's. I think that I did put those in another video, but just for the sake of practicing, let's do it again. Now that we have the class name accurately here, Excel can find it and it can tell us what books to prepare. Back to monthly book list, there they are. All right, so we would do the same thing for the class B. You would actually have to enter it all in again, but put B instead of A. This allows you to have several classes of the same level and the same books, but obviously spread the students out. So now we have those classes. All right, but we have a thumbs up class coming, and we need to learn how to, add new levels to our school. So let's just make this a little smaller. And over here. Okay, so I have already changed my font here in that I wanted it to shrink to fit because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just going to be adding thumbs up here. So I'm going to put thumbs up 1A. That's the level because that's the name of the books. There are no spaces. If you put a space in, it's not a proper Excel name for data. So it wouldn't be able to search for it. Whenever Excel is looking for data, the header itself is not allowed to have spaces. You can use an underscore if you wanted to make it easier to read, but many of these levels don't need an actual space. You can just keep it short. And I would even recommend that you would do at least 2 in a row, thumbs up 1B. And that's because I know that thumbs up is only 2 months for each level. Okay. I think there's about 6 books and each level has A and B. And then also you need the same identical header here because Excel is going to be looking for that information. Now, however, when you want this name to show up on the schedule and you want the name to show up on the homework checklist and the lesson plan, this is where I would add spaces. Thumbs up 1A over here. Thumbs up 1B. Now, I could stop there. However, it's not good to because this book is going to be lasting for 2 months, right? So you might want to specify whether or not they're in Unit 1 or Unit 2. I think it's really good to specify because then the teachers are reminded, oh, I have only 1 more month to finish this book and they're going to be going up a level. Are my students ready for that? So you could do thumbs up 1.1A, right? You could do that, but the book itself is 1A. You could do Unit 1. Is really going to be up to you how you decide to do that because that's, even though I have an opinion, it doesn't mean that that's what it is. But once you have decided what you're going to name those classes, you're going to go ahead and actually put in their books. And you want to put in both the foreign teachers' books and the Korean teachers' books. I start with the actual course book, which is thumbs up 1A Student book. I think it's a homework book, I think. And also some of them have a writing book component. Maybe SLP headquarters has a vocabulary book. I don't know. You'll have to double check. But regardless, however that gets shared between the two teachers, maybe there's also, I don't know, grammar picnic one. One, and maybe there's a student book, maybe there's a workbook. I'm just putting in funky data. Now, that will help you order the books, but communication is not finished yet. You need to also tell the teachers how long these books last. And it's also for you when you create the year at a glance schedule for these classes. So you actually need to add 2 months. Maybe Grammar Picnic is 4 months, right? Okay. Now, I think depending on their level, maybe you also have them writing a diary. I'm not sure. But the foreign teacher needs to add that manually or verbally to their homework checklist. I copy and I paste it, and I just simply update this one to part B so that I don't have to retype everything. However, I don't want to accidentally order Grammar Picnic one again when they're still not finished with it. So here I'm going to type in continue. Okay. Now I have a formula in here, right here, where you can see whenever Excel sees the word continue to mark it in red to remind me I don't have to order that book. However, when you add new data here, that formatting is not on these tables. So actually go here, highlight a whole collection, a whole vertical section of the table, hit the format brush once, and then click once and drag over to this part of the table. And now the formatting itself has been shared to this part of the table. And you'll see that now this part is going to turn red for you. Okay, that's how you enter new books. And then if I want to, I can revert this back to the proper side. I don't really need it to shrink to fit all the time. And now it'll be full size in there. Okay, so that's also how you enter new class books. So now if the student data is accurate, they have the right classes, they're going to show up properly here. There we go. There we go. There we go. And now, do we have books for thumbs up? Oh, well, look at this. Thumbs up 1A. Maybe that one is for Unit 1. Look at this. Class books. I don't have Unit 1 marked as my class name. So, space 1, which means, copy, next month I would need level 2. So now take a look at the schedule. Let's put this here. Oh, you know, this is for students. I don't have any students here. That's okay. Go to monthly book list. Here are our books. Now you can see 1A1 books. Student data. Who am I going to put into this class? I don't know. I'm going to choose like half of these kids. You're going to be in thumbs up. You're going to be in thumbs up. You're going to be in thumbs up. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Boom, there they are. Okay. There we go. I think that should cover that. And do the thumbs up classes have to be with the elementary classes? Like these are all like older students, kindy? No, they don't have to be. It just helps to have a lot of the levels together. So your class books is from New High Kids Starter to New High Kids all the way to 6. Pre-build up, build up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stretch out. Okay. There is some JIP starter. There is Citius, Altius, Fortius. There's IPC still. There's IPC and Elite. And then the middle schoolers with speaking and writing tutor books. So if you are ever curious about what did we call a level that had these books, sometimes going into your class books data is helpful for that. So you'll see that some of these levels were just organized with, these were the books that we taught. But notice here, there weren't any Korean books chosen. Okay, so that's just if I had a speaking writing tutor class. But I combined this with some of my freshmen's over here. You can take a look. Speaking and writing tutor, the storybooks, and then all of a sudden the Korean teachers' books. You can also see this is where I have put, if I know that a Tuesday, Thursday class has no storybook, I can specify that here because the rest of the books will be the same, but for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're there an extra day, so an extra book for them. But the formatting under your book list is going to also show up red. Tuesday, Thursday schedule, no storybooks. Okay. All right. I think that video is long enough. Send me questions if you have them.